Hello everyone, you welcome back to another episode on Beyond Limits with Itonopitos. And today I have a special guest. He's a graphic designer, a brand designer as well, helping business to reach more audience through the use of social media images and graphic designers as well. His name is Ayo Israel, also known as P Pen. And also a co-owner of Fast Sign DA. Yeah, so here we meet with the invited guest, Ayo Israel, also known as P Pen. There's a discussion on that because number you're not a writer. So how do you come about the name P Pen?
Well, the full meaning is actually perfect pen.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but then I was trying to like remove the perfect so that people will not feel like
Okay,
everybody's not perfect.
normal this
Normal.
thing. Okay.
So the pen is actually from a tool in Photoshop.
All
I
right.
use Photoshop and Illustrator, so it's actually a tool that I started learning with. So the more I use the like me using the pen, then like I still use it actually.
Okay.
So anytime I use the pen, the way I use it, people feel like this guy is so perfect with this pen.
I'm back.
That's why they call me P pen.
Wow. Actually, I met this guy last year. Why was this saving? You know they talk. No, I don't. I think one day I sat down in front of him and he was talking behind like, who is speaking? Don't speak up. So since then we've got to move together and he's such a nice guy for real. And
Really.
when I wanted him on this podcast, I think I told you like 2 weeks back now. Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks back, and he accepts like no that he's taking us. No, okay. So moving on, what actually inspired you to start graphic designing?
Um, well, it's actually a long story.
Cut it
Then-
short then.
But then, actually, right from small, when I was very, very younger,
Okay.
right, I just like to press system.
Alright.
Then everyone will be asking, I'm going to carry my brother's system, then started pressing. Then, initially, actually, I wanted to be an ethical hacker.
Okay, Akin.
Yeah.
Wow.
So everyone was like, how will you learn hacking and all that? I'll be like, okay, what else can I learn? And he actually wanted a skill that
Based on
will
system.
actually last longer and it's going to be based on system. So then I started watching tutorials on YouTube. Then I saw that okay, graphic design. And actually I love art.
Wow.
That's what actually prompts the graphic design. I started graphic design. I started illustration actually, not the flyer, the and logo.
Okay.
So it was along the line that I'd be like, okay,
You switch
let
lane.
me focus on this thing professionally.
Wow.
So that's how the graphic design actually was.
At what? Let me see. The year you actually switched to graphic design.
Professionally,
Yeah. Yeah.
that was 2018.
How many years does it take you for you learning the graphic designing and you becoming a professional? Yeah.
Is it a professional tag, right? It's
Yeah.
just a tag.
Okay.
Because even the professionals, like the people I
Yeah,
talk
they are
to,
still learning.
they will still tell me that I still dey
Like
learn.
normal, sure.
So
Then
I
continues.
won't say I'm a professional like that. So
But the state that you are right
still,
now,
they are asking that how many, like
how many? Yeah.
Maybe like a couple of months.
Wow.
Because although I already knew how to use the tools already, the
Okay.
tools like Photoshop, Illustrator, Figma, I already know how to use them before. So the only thing I just learned then was just principle of designs, learning the element of design. Before I just used the tool to create something like this.
That comes to your head.
Exactly.
Bad design. Wow.
So I'll just design something that is beautiful and I'll be like, that's all. But then when I tried to present myself to someone and the person was like, okay, why don't you like learn this thing professionally?
Okay.
So he said, why don't you learn this thing professionally? Then I'll be like, okay.
In this graphic designing work, now can you call it a work for yourself or just a side hustle?
I won't lie to you, it's actually a work for me.
Wow. As a main job.
Yeah, that's my main job.
Wow.
Yeah.
And in you being a designer, What are the challenges you guys faced? Like sometimes or a lot of times.
Actually, there are a lot of challenges though. A lot of acquiring the skill.
Yeah,
Be
that
like,
according to skill. Yeah.
be like, okay, or how do I get clients?
Clients, okay.
So, so there are some couple of articles there are a couple of articles I've read that they said, okay, put yourself out there and all that.
Okay.
Of which I believe in that. I believe that because it's when people see your work, they will be able to be like, okay,
Appreciate you and bring more work
exactly.
to your way.
So the thing is, even after putting your work out there, right, it's not immediately you're going to get clients.
Definitely, yeah.
So one of the challenges we face is actually getting clients,
Clients.
getting jobs.
Okay. Alright, so talking about this client, do you go well with do you work well with Nigerian clients or the outsiders as in foreign clients?
Well, clients generally, right?
Yeah.
Be it Nigerian clients or abroad. Clients generally, you will have the good ones
And
you
the
have
bad ones.
the ones that
Yeah,
have
sure.
a bar for it.
Yeah, no man. Sure, no man.
Because the Nigerian clients, there are a couple of them that I've worked with. The only thing that stopped me from working with them is because of payments.
Payments, yeah. Because
Because they don't really appreciate the work
That's
that
it.
much
Yeah.
in terms of payment. So they'll be like, this job is fine. Can you like change the color? All right, okay, I'm done.
Sure now.
They'll be like, hold on, we are not done yet. Send me the file, send me everything. And all that. Like, okay. Even after sending it, right? All right. We've paid 30% before. Let me pay you 20% now.
20%.
I'll pay you
The
blah, blah,
remaining,
blah,
yeah.
blah, blah, stuff like that. So you have to like keep asking them now, where's the balance and all you get,
Which doesn't supposed to be so.
which is not supposed
Yeah,
to be.
because I think I've met couples of designers as well that after they met those Nigeria clients online. So after doing the agreement and everything, sending the work, he refused to pay. They had to drag the man on Twitter that day before somebody else had to come in. Okay, how much did he feel? Blah blah. Then they had to pay. Actually, that's very bad. That's very bad. That's very bad.
Although there are some
That they will treat
international
you very
clients,
well.
there are some international clients that they'll be like, but then for international projects, right?
Yeah.
I'll actually ask for my 80%. Some of them will be like, okay, I don't have 80%, can I pay 60%? I just
Before
know
work.
before the work.
Wow.
I just know you are paying more than average before I do the work.
Okay, sorry.
So
This might be a personal question.
no problem.
Yeah, Nigeria clients and foreign clients. Can you like the rates in which you give them their bills?
Do you want me to be specific about the price?
Yeah, just the price range.
Well, I can't say that because if I see somebody that wants to pay me more,
More.
you get
No, it doesn't mean it's
no.
actually your value.
Yeah, it's value,
If you
right?
feel that okay, this thing is actually worth more, then you can add up.
It's
That's it.
It's kind of confidential.
Confidential. I know about that. So another thing is, as a creative designer,
Yeah.
you having a this thing creative block. How did you come off it?
Coming off creative block.
I'm telling you,
It's kind of how should I put it now? It's kind of challenging because sometimes, right, you'll be like, okay, when this thing happened the last time, I ate plenty food. See movies. Then after, you be like, this thing I wanted to do, I did I do it this way? And now
Okay.
I'm cooking from. But sometimes you be like, I've tried this thing, it's not
It's not
working. You know? So actually, lately I kind of discovered that you having creative block is not really something hard. Just try to understand the project
you're working on.
and don't be too how should I put it now? We designers we like to show that we're very good. I'm very, very good. But don't go in that direction.
Alright.
Once you have the job description, you have your requirements, just go through it and you'll be like, okay, for example, let's say somebody wants to design a logo.
Okay.
Like, they want to design a brand and identity for a brand that sells food. Yes, they want it to be classy. But because of the classy stuff, you feel like you've not really created something.
So like that.
You have like, how are you going to start? How are you going to go about it? Whereas what you just need to do is try to make sure you ask enough questions
From
from the client about the
okay.
stuff. What are you trying to communicate to your target audience? Who are your target audience? Who are your target audience and stuff like that, right? So it's all those information you have to just put together, right?
Okay.
If you consider all those things, I don't think you should have all.
Issues.
Although there are sometimes you will not be satisfied
Okay, no
with whatever
why?
it
What
comes
you
up
do?
with.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
most times,
For like how many hours? Overnight.
my bro,
Yeah.
my bro. That's why I don't like rushing work.
No, yeah, sure.
So if I collect a logo project, I'll tell you, can you give me a month or 4 weeks or 3 weeks
So design one logo.
to design one?
Come on.
Yeah. So because you want something unique, you
Yeah,
want something
yeah.
generic. No problem. I can create something generic if you have the money.
But I'm not gonna lie, you that crazy blog, eh? As a writer, I feel that a lot.
Mhm.
Like I want the
But have you
concept of what I want to write.
Have you tried eating food and sleep?
Nah.
Bro, you should try
What
it.
I would do?
It works like magic.
Because actually, I remember the day I was actually writing a poem. I have what I want to write, but yeah, put it to writing. I was having issue, so I had to drop it. I do take a walk around my compound. Now then I'll
I've
come
tried
back.
that too.
Then ahead. Or better still, I'm gonna leave it for you, like leave for days. Like I'll not come back. One of the poem I actually wrote that takes me more time was I wish I had a friend. I wrote it 2021 during exam. It took me a whole week to write. I was like, hey, I'm like, I'm not gonna finish writing this thing. Like, okay, let me just split off and let's go. Alright, so aside from graphic designing, is there any other thing you do or you love doing as an hobby?
As an hobby.
Yeah, not really making you money, but as an hobby.
Well, talking about other thing I do, I love teaching what I know.
As in graphic designing. So if you want to learn graphic design, you can actually take me in.
Of course.
Alright, so my next line of work right now is, is graphic designing. Yeah, for you. I think I'm interested. Do you actually know that I'm actually a graphic designer?
I think you've mentioned it.
Yeah,
once.
I'm a graphic designer, but all this I was having issues then, so I had to just
Okay.
put in aside and continue with my writing and so that everything just come. I can't do everything at the same time. So like instead of me do this, I'll just be jack of all trades and I will not master everything at once. So like since I've been writing for years, let me just focus and improve more on my writing. And ever since then, I learned article writing, content writing, and now even my book is out too, so go and buy.
Have you tried UX writing?
UX. I did they write UX?
Yeah, there are UX writers.
Wow, don't worry.
User experience writers. Yeah.
Voila.
And there are tech writers too.
Yeah. I have a certificate in technical writing. I think I got it last year, October. Yeah, before I finished my service, I had the certificates. And I used some apps Medium. No, Ashnode.
Ashnode.
Yeah, Ashnode.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Ashnode. I used it. Then I wrote content for MTN
Wow.
last year, and I think was it not Samsung? No, iPhone. When iPhone got out, iPhone is it 13 now? The latest one, 14 when it came out last year. I wrote the content. Yeah, I wrote the content on it, and they were like, wow. Well, like, okay. So now you seeing yourself now. Can you consider yourself that yes, I have made something out of graphic designing? I know.
I won't lie to you.
Okay.
I don't think I'm regretting I choose graphic designing, so I've actually made up. Although it's not,
Oh,
I'm
really?
not where I want to be.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Looking back, like, I've actually made something.
Alright. This is your first signed DA, right?
Yeah,
The DA, what does it mean?
design agency.
Design agency. Wow. So what do you guys do in generally?
Well, the brand actually is how should I put it now? It's actually a design brand.
Yeah, okay.
So we design um, anything that a brand needs to put themselves out there.
Okay.
Be it brand identity, with flyer, with social media design.
Design.
So
You guys have a social media
target
page.
audience, especially foreigners.
Foreigners.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we actually work on, how should I put it now? The kind of design that actually suits them.
Them outside
Yeah.
the country.
Like, you saying outside the country, it's not like
Like okay, like all those Ghana, South Africa.
that particular
Okay.
place, right? They really like that kind of
That kind of
design.
designs.
So we created our brand to suit what they
What
really
do you want?
Yes.
Okay. Do you guys have social media handle?
Fast science.
Fast
Fast
signs
Science
underscore DA.
No, just fast science
Underscore.
Yes.
Alright. On which platform is that?
Instagram.
You guys are not on Twitter. Wow, people actually catch it on Twitter right nowadays.
Yeah.
See yourself as a 17 years old boy standing, you see you're like a mirage of you now, being a 17 years old boy. What advice would you give yourself when you were 17?
I've never actually thought about that.
Wow. Okay.
If I thought I'm going to advise my 17-year-old,
Okay.
I'll tell the boy, guy, just calm down and learn.
Hmm.
And learn it properly. Because I'm very, very sure if I actually learned this stuff properly, right, then I won't be here.
Wow. Wow.
But I'll
Interesting.
be at a better place.
Better
far,
place.
far.
But where you are now, you are in Italian bad.
Yeah, I know, I'm very, very sure.
So that's
They said if I'm going to advise them.
yeah, that's really true.
So
I was having a lecture with a graphic designer. I think that was 2021. Yeah. The woman said something. He said, as a graphic designer, if you're having like an issue, maybe someone bring a work for you, aiming to design this and that. He said there is a platform you can actually search for those design. Just place maybe like a food agency now coming to me to design a graphic for them. He said just go to that particular
Look for
website.
inspiration.
Yeah, for inspiration. And you see samples there.
Of course, there are a lot of it.
Do you make use of that as well?
Of course.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a creative block.
Okay. Can you give an example to like just like one or two?
Bring to the audience.
To graphic designers, yeah.
Well, the gist is we all use Pinterest.
Wait,
So
Pinterest is not for pictures alone.
Pinterest is nothing. Pictures, graphic design is deals with pictures now.
Wow.
So we use Pinterest, we use Behance, we use Dribble, we use Figma communities for
Okay.
Then we use
You graphic designers, guys, you have pride. You have pride. I was on Twitter one day, then I saw a girl, she designed a football graphics. I was like, how come? So, and is it Behance right now?
Behance.
Behance. What is the Behance actually for? What's this for? Is it that you guys is it as a portfolio building or what?
Well, Behance can be used as source of inspiration, and it can serve as your portfolio.
So for now, if I log on into Behance right now, I can actually see your works.
Of course, you see a couple of
I thought maybe, for example, now I'm coming to you as an I want to give you a job. Then I'm asking you for your previous work. You can just send me your Behance name. I thought that was what Behance for.
Yes.
So if I log on Behance right now, I can just pray. What's your name on Behance?
My name is Ayo Israel.
Ayo Israel.
Yes.
Yeah, spell it D. Is it normal
The
D?
normal D, like TH.
THE. Ayo Israel. Then I will see your works on it. Wow. That's nice.
It's been a while. I've updated myself.
No man, it happens. Okay, you personally now, like your social media handle, in case other are interested in your works.
I'm very, very much active on Instagram.
Okay.
Ayo Israel.
Yeah, no, same thing as Behance.
Behance.
Okay. So now there might be a lot of graphic designer like watching us,
My gas.
and at the same time, there might be people that are having interest in learning graphic design.
Okay.
And at the same time, there are people that they're on the edge, they want to give up, maybe it's not working for them. What advice can you give to graphic designer generally?
There is one advice I will give.
Okay.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. Just keep pushing.
They would say there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Tunnel, okay.
There was I was like, okay,
How's
there's no
it
light. There is no light. But then I actually I talked to one of my friends.
Okay.
Like, bro, I don't tire.
No man.
I want to do something
No
else.
man.
So the guy was like, if you want to do something else, I'm not going to tell you not to do something else. But just make sure you keep pushing and keep designing. Like, just pick something up, design, push it out. Then from there, I'm not really so good with putting stuff on Twitter. Facebook.
Yeah.
I just use my WhatsApp and Instagram. So then I just designed a flyer. I saw it on Pinterest. I was like, let me recreate this stuff. I posted it on my WhatsApp status. Then one guy was like, bro, I've been looking for you. Come and help me with this thing.
Okay.
Like, wow. Nice. And for a long while, like, I've been looking for like, wow. I'm tired, right? It's not like I was not getting clients, but they were not really
paying, yeah.
So it's just like
for data. Well, something like that.
like, oh.
From you learning and you take it as a work, does it take you long before you start getting paid?
Well, I don't know. The long you're talking about is kind of relative. Sometimes for me, right? Okay, let me use my own as when I was learning, right?
Yeah.
Some people will be like, I like what you do. I started with illustration.
Yeah.
You can check Perfect Pen Studio. That's
Another platform as well.
yeah. That's where I actually started journey from.
Okay.
So I would pick a picture, illustrate it, use it to cartoon and all that. So they'll be like, I like this thing. I think it was not even up to 2 months. Yeah, it was not up to 2 months. So they'll be like, I like this thing. Can you do it?
Can you do it normal?
Why not? Although I was charging
It's not normal, yeah.
1,000 naira then. So be like, yeah, no,
Let's do this thing.
let's do that. Exactly.
And do you have any challenge with people coming for free jobs? Because I believe that there will be people that want to take advantage of what you know.
Same thing with the illustration stuff.
Yeah.
When I started, people would be like, can you do this thing? I don't have money.
But I don't know.
But the fact that I enjoy what I was doing,
then
I actually did this free. I did a couple of them free.
Which means you actually started as a passion before you know that okay, there is money in it.
I actually entered because there's money.
But it's you thought your passion.
Enjoying it.
Yeah, normal.
I was enjoying it. Like, even if I'm not getting money. What I noticed then was every time I opened the app, the illustration, Photoshop. Yeah, I was using Photoshop then. Anytime I opened Photoshop, I learned new thing about it. Like, I've not really touched this thing. So anytime somebody say, let me do this thing, I'll be like, yeah, now let's do it. Let's discover something new. So before laziness sets in.
Laziness. When you've made money to some certain stage, you feel like okay, you've arrived. Then laziness will start creeping into small. Actually, it's nice for you. It's really nice having you today. Thanks for your time, and I really appreciate you joining me on this episode. Yeah. So you guys, we've come to an end to this episode. Please don't forget to tune in on Beyond the Limit podcast with Itono Peters every Wednesday. Thank you. Please make sure you like this episode, you comment and subscribe. Tell them to subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Alright, see you guys next week.